Alam mo, Haji, di ba, last year naging mainit talaga yung usapin tungkol sa PDAF.
Oo.
Sobrang pumutok yung issue na to. Ang daming mga grupo ang naglabas ng kanilang saloobin pagdating dito sa PDAF. At yung isa pang punto na siyempre na very contentious din, na marami ring mga grupo na actually
gustong alisin,
di ba?
na gustong alisin.
Ito yung DAP o yung Disbursement Acceleration Program. Kaya naman ngayong umaga mga boss, makakasama natin ang isang panauhin pagdating sa kaalaman niya pagdating dito nga sa DAP. Siyempre, actually expert na sa pagdating dito. Lagi siyang na-interview pagdating dito sa DAP at sa iba't iba pang mga policies. Actually, galing siya mismo even from my college sa UP. Okay, so siya ang current Vice Public Affairs ng buong University of the Philippine System. I-welcome natin si Professor Prospero de Vera. Good morning, sir.
Good morning naman.
Alright, sir. So, to start off, para po malinaw sa ating mga boss, ano po ba itong Disbursement Acceleration Program?
As far as UP is concerned, nung nagsimula ito, hindi namin alam na DAP ito. Alam mo naman, ang UP at ang mga public universities talagang kailangan ng major funding for a lot of the projects, no, to modernize. So when CHED told UP to submit priority projects because there's available funding, nag-submit kami. So binigyan ng UP for 2012 ng 1.3 billion pesos for priority projects. Doon lang namin narinig yung DAP. Kasi sabi, saan ba galing itong pondong ito? Sabi nila, there's extra funds coming from the national government called Disbursement Acceleration Program, and this is what we got through CHED. So the money was given by DBM to CHED, and CHED gave it to the universities, the public higher education institutions.
Okay, so ito po bang DAP na ito, Professor, ito po ay nagmumula sa savings, ano?
Sa pagkakaalam, lumabas ngayon na galing sa savings ito from various sources. Sa UP kasi, ang position namin dyan is whatever funds we receive from the national government, we make sure it is put to good use. And it's used in a very transparent manner, and it is used for projects that really impact the university.
Alright, sir. So as far as UP is concerned, sir, ano na po ba yung mga specific projects na napaglaanan po nitong DAP?
Mahaba yung listahan,
Sige,
no?
sir,
Yung 1.3. Pero ang marami dito are projects that directly benefit students. For example, yung renovation and repair of the dormitories in UP Diliman. Yung mga dorm talaga naman na pag-iwanan na ng panahon yan. Alam mo yung Jules, no? Hindi ito na-repair. So under DAP, these were all repaired, no? Yung LED lighting ng campus for security purposes. Yan pinondohan ng DAP. Sa UP Baguio, yung dorm nila inayos din through DAP. In UP Pampanga, the new infrastructure for buildings in the extension program of UP Pampanga, about 100 million galing sa DAP. Libraries, no? Libraries in UP Cebu and UP Mindanao were funded by DAP. Tapos yung pag-complete nung National Engineering Center, if you go to UP Diliman, you see the beautiful infrastructure, yung mga engineering. Yan ay galing ng DAP. No? So, ang marami dito, directly help students. Meron din projects that directly help the staff. Yung housing, faculty and staff housing. Itatayo ito malapit sa CP Garcia at College of Fine Arts. Mga 200 million ito. Wow. Alam mo naman sa UP, it's so difficult to hold on to very good faculty because we cannot offer them decent housing. So DAP din yan. No? So maraming projects sa PGH, pag-acquire ng CT scan, MRI, equipment that are vitally needed by the hospital.
Actually, yung one thing na very important, kasi in the UP system, yun yung kailangan malinaw din sa mga boss natin, na kapag binibigyan ng fund yung UP, kasama din kasi yung PGH dyan. So talagang crucial na yung amount na magagamit ay talagang sa health din siya nalalagay.
Okay. Professor, nakakatulong yung Disbursement Acceleration Program, yung pondo na ibinibigay, lalong-lalo na sa UP and sa PGH at sa iba pa pong mga agencies. Nakakatulong po ito. Pero sir, para sa kaalaman na rin ng ating mga boss, himay-himayin lamang natin ng konti itong DAP na ito. Kasi yung mga savings po na ito, yun yung nanggagaling sa mga projects ng gobyerno, yung natitipid po nila. So, natin na constitutional yung pagkakabuo po ng Disbursement Acceleration Program?
Ayoko mag-comment dyan dahil it's pending before the Supreme Court. No? Baka naman sabihin pinahihimasukan natin yung pag-iisip ng mga justices. But it is normal for government to try to maximize savings. Hindi lang administrasyon na ito. Kahit na sa dating administrasyon, kasi pag hindi mo nagamit yung pondo ng pamahalaan na binudget mo, yung targets and development that you want to achieve, of course, will not happen. At hindi naman lahat ng ahensya pare-pareho ang capacity na mag-absorb ng pondo. May mga ahensya na magaling mag-implement, may mga ahensya na medyo mabagal. So, yung mga, depende yan. So, yung mga mabagal, yun ang create mong savings. Now, UP is fortunate that we got it. As far as UP is concerned, ang absorptive capacity ng UP mataas. Ang mga project na ito, pwedeng puntahan na sa UP ngayon. Tingnan mo yung mga dorm na-repair na. So, as far as UP is concerned, whatever government gives in, we make sure it is used for the right purposes. Halimbawa, yung CT scan at MRI sa PGH, mga 150 million yan. PGH is the premier public hospital in the country, and we get about or we serve about 500 to 600 indigent patients per year. Every day, about 5,000 indigent Filipinos go to PGH. We can only service about 3,000. So yung butal na 2,000 yan, pipila ulit sa susunod na araw yan. So any funds that come in, particularly for critical equipment, is always good as far as, not just for the UP, but it is good for the country. Kasi yung tinutulungan naman indigent patients, hindi naman mga estudyante at empleyado ng UP yan.
Alright sir, kunwari sir, nasa public administration class tayo ngayon. Ano naman po ba yung difference itong PDAF sa DAP? Para po at least malaman ng mga boss natin kung bakit nga ba talaga siya naging content.
Yung PDAF kasi, it is a lump sum appropriation created by Congress and by the executive branch ng allocation pantay-pantay across all legislators in the House and the Senate. So they senators used to get 200 million, the congressman used to get 70,000. So lump sum appropriation yan na hahati-hatiin equally across legislators. And the legislators have discretion in deciding where the projects will be built and what projects will be built and who will benefit from the projects.
Right.
And they have authority throughout the year to use the Okay. Itong DAP, this is accumulated money coming from the savings of various government agencies that is allocated mainly through line departments for priority projects. So walang involvement yung legislators. Halimbawa, itong binigay sa UP na 1.3 billion pesos is money that DBM gave to CHED to allocate among universities. So binigyan yung UP ng 1.3. Ang nagde-decide yan, UP lang. Walang legislator na sasabihin niya, itong project naman na ito para sa constituents ko. Okay. It's the executive agencies that decide solely on the use of the funds using their own system of prioritization.
Alright. Okay. So this is my last question for you, Professor. So, meron pong mga ilang grupo na gustong maalis itong DAP dahil para sa kanila, hindi naman daw tama na merong DAP, pero nakakatulong naman po itong mga pondo na nanggagaling sa Disbursement Acceleration Program. Pero kung kayo po yung tatanungin, dapat ba may DAP o wala na?
As far as UP is concerned, any additional resource that you give to the National University is welcome. And what is good about UP is if you give the money to UP, sigurado kang walang graft and corruption. Kung ang problema is corruption, money to UP because all the bidding follows procurement rules. They can watch the bidding, they can monitor the projects. It's there for everybody to see.
Alright, sir. Huling mensahe na lang po para sa lahat ng mga boss natin, especially pagdating dito sa usapin na to.
Yung para sa lahat ng nakikinig, ang Universidad ng Pilipinas ay natutuwa na meron kaming nakuhang pondo galing sa DAP at makakasiguro kayo na bawat piso na binigay sa Universidad ng Pilipinas ay nagamit sa tamang paraan.
Yan, sana mas naliwanagan yung mga boss natin patungkol nga dito sa napaka-controversial na Disbursement Acceleration Program.
Alright, so maraming salamat, sir. Okay, yan mga boss, kasama po muli natin ang Vice President ng buong University System dito sa Office of the Public Affairs. Alright, walang iba kundi si Dr. Prospero De Vera. Maraming salamat, sir.